I wanna rub against you, wanna rub. I wanna rub against you, wanna rub love. I wanna rub against you, wanna rub. I wanna rub against you, come on. Put on a slow and sexy groove. I just wanna rub against you. Oh.
Good morning, you guys. Thank you for clicking on my channel this Thursday morning. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday to your baby. Yes, we are here another day. Yes. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and watching it to the end. Thank you so much. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell twice to be notified, when I upload another video or when I go live or anything like that. Hit the bell twice. Like, share, and comment. Because I love comments. I love interacting with you guys. I sure do. Yes. So today I want to talk about love and appreciation. And I want to talk about caring. And I want to talk about honesty and being, well, I would say compassionate. Okay. But love is a broad word. Love is the title. Okay. Under love comes caring, compassion, understanding. You know what I'm saying? You can love someone. I love my car. I love my job. Okay? You can love your husband or your wife. You can love your best friend. Okay? But do you love them? See, how do you know you love someone? You can be married or be with someone for a long time. How do you know you love them? See, love is a huge word. And I learned throughout the years that it's not good to use that word loosely. Because sometimes you can meet a man or a woman and they just make you feel so good. And they just be attentive to you and, they listen to you. And all these things are happening in the beginning. And then you say, oh, I just love him or her. He's so nice. Or she. They're so nice. My car broke down. They came over and fixed it. This and that and the other. Oh, I just love him. Do you love him? Or is it really a deep appreciation? See, love is a big word. When a person loves you, they care for your well-being. They deal with you and they work with you through things that you go through. And they're compassionate towards you and your feelings. And I'm not saying that you may not ever argue or you may not, have a disagreement. Let's say disagreement. Because everyone, like I said before, we have to remember this. When you get into a relationship, both of you guys are human. And both of you guys are individuals. And you guys think differently. Your views are different. Even with people you work with. Just because someone you work with, your view may be different than their view, doesn't mean that your view is wrong and theirs is right. We all have our own views. Okay, so what is he doing by my car? Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm back. I had to make sure I was parked okay. I can't be coming out here getting no ticket. Back to what I was saying. Views are different. We all have our own views and our own perception of things and how things go. So when you care for someone, you care for their well-being. You accept their baggage, just like you want them to accept yours. Okay? When you care for someone, you care about them when you love them. Here comes the respect. Can you really honestly say you love someone that disrespects you? That belittles you in public? Don't come home like they're supposed to. Don't bring their money home like they're supposed to, but they want you to bring yours home. They want you to be faithful to them, loyal to them, have their back, stand behind their decisions that they make, but they can't return that favor. Is that love? Is that love? My good friend called me last night, and I think I talked to you guys about her before. This is my best friend, but she still lives in the town I grew up. I'm from Oakland. She still lives there. And she called me, and she, to give her condolences about my dad, and we started talking. And I was telling her what I was going through with my stepmother and how she been my father for all these years and how she professes to love him, but how he stood by her through all her trials and tribulations because she has 6 kids, and how he was there for them through all their downs and their ups and their ups and their downs and their sideways, how he was there for her and her children and now her grandchildren. And then she started talking about her boyfriend's brother, how he mistreats the girlfriend, her sister-in-law. And the sister-in-law is disabled. She was in a car accident. When they first got together, she was one way. She was, she got disabled from the accident. And she's have some impairments. She can't use her hand. Her hand is twisted up. Basically, on one side of her whole body is not functional. It functions, but it doesn't function at the normal capacity that it's supposed to. And she now has seizures. And when they was first together, her body was all this. And she was able to do all these things. Her face got messed up on one side because she went through the windshield. So her face is messed up. They don't have money. She has Medi-Cal. Medi-Cal fixed her face. But the cosmetic surgery, they won't do because it's considered cosmetic. So now he's starting to mistreat her. And I was saying to her, when you love someone, truly love them, no matter what, I know sometimes it gets hard having to care for someone. It does get frustrating and it does get hard because we are human. And you do get tired. But to mistreat the person, belittle them in public, make jokes about them at a restaurant in front of your friends because you're embarrassed of the way she looks. So to ease that for you, you make comments and you make fun of her because you don't want them to think that you're with someone that's this way. To me, that's not love. That is not love. Because when you love someone, truly love them, you will be there for them and you will protect them from harm, hurt, and danger. You wouldn't bring that onto them, the harm, hurt, and danger. Now, I know sometimes in relationships, when you first get married, you may be in love. And after time goes on, sometimes you go astray because you grow out of that person. You guys grow apart. And as you're growing, you're not growing together. Somewhere down the line, there was a missing link. Maybe there wasn't that much communication. Maybe you try to communicate some things about yourself that you wanted to change. And you may have communicated some things about that person that you didn't like. And now I'm not saying you have to change who you are. But when your mate tells you, hey, you know, when you do certain things, when you do this, you do that. Ooh, excuse me. It makes me feel a certain type of way when you do these things. When you care about the relationship, you would step back and look at yourself and evaluate some of the things that you're doing. And you may want to change a little bit some of your flaws. I'm not saying change who you are, but some of your flaws that you have, you would want to change that. You know, like if he says, you know, you don't clean up enough, or you don't cook enough, or you're not attentive to me enough, or you know, I'm just throwing some little things out that people go through in relationships that are changeable. Going off on somebody, yelling at them, flying off the handle is something you can work on. You can work on that. But it also starts with yourself, and you have to ask yourself, well, do I really want to be in this relationship? Do I really want to be with this person? Sometimes we find ourselves in a relationship with someone out of convenience, out of tiredness. You know, I'm too old to be trying to find someone else. I'm too old to be trying to, it's cheaper to keep her type of syndrome, type of thing. But then you find yourself living in misery. Both of you guys are miserable. If you can't come together on a mutual basis and work on certain things to make your relationship healthier and stronger, then maybe you need to look at the relationship as a whole. You can't expect someone to always be the one, that other person to be the one to give. Be your rock, be your rock, be your rock. Be your backbone, rock. Being your rock is being your backbone. Having your back. Supporting your dreams. Supporting your dreams. But then when you have a dream, it's discounted. It doesn't make sense to them as to why you're spending money on this and why you're taking time out to do that. When a person don't let you be who you are and be the person that you are, then there's a missing link there. There's a problem there. Now back on my friend's sister-in-law and her brother-in-law. So it's her husband's brother. He won't leave her. He's complacent. He has a home, money coming in from her disability or whatever. He doesn't have to work much because they live in low housing. Her rent is less than $200 a month. So he doesn't have there's no high expectation for him. He doesn't have to bring in that much money because her money pays everything. His money is just, And then she's afraid to be alone because of her condition. There's somebody for everyone. There is. And sometimes you can be blocking your blessing by staying with a person because of fear of being alone, fear of not having the confidence in yourself to go out and enjoy life, because you're afraid of who you have become on the outside. Outside means nothing. I know some people that are just beautiful when you look at them. I mean, just pretty eyes, pretty skin, nice hair, nice, shape, got a good job, but ugly inside. Disposition is all messed up. Attitude is all messed up. Have that entitlement mentality because they feel like, because they're light-skinned. See, it's a light-skinned, dark-skinned issue that's going on in the world too, and they feel like, men always, but this particular person can't even keep a man. Every time you turn around, she's breaking up with someone. They always talking about her, saying things about her disposition. See, it starts inside again. It goes back to you inside. Outside doesn't matter. But here's the problem. A lot of men, and most men, and I'm not trying to say, make this a man thing, but as society, we are image driven. See, with men, they're visual. Men are visual. You got to catch their eye. Woo, look at that over there. You got to catch their eye before they take the time to find out what's in here and what's in here. They're visual. Society is like that. Before you can even get a singing contract, you have to be able to be that image that they want. Now she's going through that. And she knows, and he even told her that he cares about her, but he don't love her. He don't love her anymore. So I'm wondering, I asked her, I said, well, do you think he ever loved her? Because it takes time. When you really love somebody, it takes time to fall out of love. You don't just fall out of love. When you truly love someone, it takes time for that to break off. You don't just break off. It takes time. It takes issues. It takes circumstances. It takes a lot of things to happen to get you to that point. This was a deep subject for me with her because I was thinking about my father and his wife and how she's doing me right now. And how my father was there for her and there for her kids, showed her love. But at the end, she didn't take in his baggage, his daughter, his granddaughter. She's not living up to his wishes for things for me. She never wanted me to come around. She never wanted my daughter to call him Papa. She never made me feel comfortable at the house. Do you really love my father? It's okay for him to love you and your kids, but you don't love his kids back? To me, that's not love. That's not love. I'm going to end it on that because I'm going to have to do a part 2 because I got to get ready for work, and this conversation is really deep. I want you guys to think about the word love and think about compassion and respect and care. Think about those things. Evaluate yourself if you're in a situation. Evaluate it. Evaluate your friendships. Evaluate your relationships that you're intimate, whoever you're with. A husband, a wife, a girlfriend. Evaluate that. Evaluate your friendships. Evaluate how you feel and how you are right now in your life. Are you happy in your life right now? Are you happy? If you were to die today, will you have died being fulfilled in life? Ask yourself that question. Until the next video, I'm going to come back. I want you guys to have a beautiful day. I want you to keep your heads up, chest out, nose level. You don't want to be walking around with your nose all stuck up in the air because you feeling the way you feeling. No. Keep it like this. Don't let nobody steal your joy, and don't just give it away either. Okay? It belongs to you. Leave your comments. Like, share, subscribe. Don't let nobody hook you in their stuff today. Like I always say, stay sucker free. And until the next video, peace.